Well, there you are. I see you. Charlie Greer podcast again today. Rant and Rave. Look at me, man. It's so hot. It is hot and humid. It's like in the 90s where I'm at, and the humidity's got to be the same. I mean, come on. It's hot. Yeah, one of those days. How's everybody's 4th of July? You hungover? I got a hangover and a black eye. That's a good time. You enjoyed yourself. I kind of chillaxed. My dogs. I mean, I could have went and did stuff. They had fireworks and. Now, I did my own thing. My dogs are freaking out over these fireworks. I mean, they sleeping in the shower and don't want to go outside when I know they got to. But yeah, today, rant and rave. Everybody loves a good rant. Everybody loves to rant. It seems like that's the thing now. Is people rant about this and that and the other. I have to catch myself not to rant. I don't know what just happened there, some black. It's easy to go down that. It's a slippery slope. Just start ranting. I saw young mother. It seems like people are, if they ain't got nothing going on in their life, or there's this loss, or don't have any ambition or imagination, they'll just fuck with people. And I feel for people. What do I do when I go here and there? Something's going on. Let's see if that does it. I'm going out and blacking out over here. Yeah, it seems like people aren't the art of the conversation, communication. Forget about that. Another thing I picked up is a lot of people, instead of admitting they're lazy, I don't like doing that. You're lazy. I don't like that. What? Come on. If other people can do it without anybody, you're good shit. And if they'll defend. I ain't lazy. I just don't like it. Because I'm dealing with different personality. I moved from LA to the Midwest, and I hadn't been here in 20 years or more. And it's changed. I guess that's the whole world, for that matter. But when you're in LA, I guess you're around a lot of more dreamers. People have ambition. People are go-getters. I'm not seeing that around here. And there's so many trucks. Everybody's driving a truck. I might get a truck. Hey, blend in. I'm trying to. Yeah, good rant and rave. I guess raving's even what they're it's raving. Or it could be like party rave, ranting and raving. That should be a band, or an album for a band, or maybe that'll be my cover band name, Rant and Rave. Hey, or the Rant and Ravers. No. But yeah, sometimes you just need to vent. It's best to think stuff through, though, especially if you're in a situation where you're just not feeling hungover, whatever you are. Think about think about how you're perceived. Should you let it slide? Because people around here, man, where I'm at, they're just, again, where I was at in California, people do, but not to extent. People don't want to get beat up in California. Because some of the stuff that's going on here, people talk that, man, you get dealt with like a mother in a stroller. You'll get dealt with. Around here, I guess they just don't care that, and everybody, we're eating so much candy. I've never in my life seen a group of people eating so much candy. I mean, that's just a lot of candy. Don't get me wrong, man. I get a sweet tooth. Hey, I'm not candy shaming anybody, but come on. Oh, and cheers. I'm drinking coffee, by the way. Black coffee. I used to hate black coffee. Always want like some kind of milk, half and half, vanilla, caramel, whatever, you know. And then you just forget, like in the morning you get up and I don't want to go out. So you just, and then I've done that so many times. It's like, you know what? I like black coffee. I'll be in the grocery store and I'll see the flavored coffee, and I just think, man, that used to be me. And it's different. When you drink black coffee, you put a bunch of sugar in coffee. Granted, I like that. I almost bought like an iced coffee earlier, but I just, I needed an iced coffee because I'm drinking hot coffee on a hot day. Hey, what are you going to do? I didn't drink coffee this morning. I've been up since like 6. It's 11. Been up 5 hours. Well, I had shit to do. But yeah, rant and rave. We all need a little bit of ranting and raving. I don't let shit get to me like I used to. Maybe that's just age. Maybe that's my, I used to do a lot of, when I was into, self-realization and the Paramahansa Yogananda, and I was doing, meditation. I learned to like get centered, certain, control my thoughts. You need to be doing that. Departmentalize your thoughts. Like that's here, that thought, that's here, this, that. Because if it's all one thing, it's going to be, you're always going to be upset about something. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see if I can turn this maybe. Is that better? Oh, I busted up window. This house I'm living in, it's an old, cool house. And I'm grateful that I have this apartment. This is even worse. What the fuck? I think it's like built during the Civil War. This is an old house. This thing is... I went down in the cellar. It's just like, the foundation don't look too good. It's yay. But it's cool. I got old wooden floors. These old doors, man. The door right there. Can you see that? That door? Those glass panels. That's old glass. Like it's all funny looking. You know what I mean? It isn't like it's all whelped. It's old. I'm thinking this is around like 1850s, 1860s. This house. But it's cheap. It's a good place for me to just get where I need to be going. Like, again, I need to get out of LA. I needed to decompress, find a place that's not too, is that better? Too expensive. Maybe it's my camera. Maybe it's the heat. Something's going on. But yeah, I loved it. I mean, it's an old house. I almost bought a house around here. Well, it was a half a house because a third of it had fallen through the full floor. But the reason I was buying, it's 2 lots. It's fuck this old house. I was getting the land in a small town. Like I think there was like 600 people in this town. And when and this is why I didn't buy it. I Googled the address because I was going to go out there and look at, hey, it was cheap. And it's right outside the town that I'm at. And the first thing that pops up, like the sheriff or the mayor's son killed like 6 of his family. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy this house. I don't think I want to live in that neighborhood. And there's only 600 people. I mean, what is it? A road? Just one road? I never went and looked at it, but man, it was so cheap. And again, I was buying it for the land. I mean, I could fix the house eventually. And then I found out the church was wanting to buy one of the plots. It was 2, plots of land. I thought maybe I could sell one of the plots to the church, triple my money, and get this out. Hey, but no, I didn't want to deal with it. I probably should have, and I probably would have, but again, that Google search is like, what? 6 of your family? Huh? How does that happen? And again, he was like the mayor's kid or something. Again, I did a podcast like a while back, like this week or a week ago, about the Delphi murders. And again, that's just everywhere I get. I mean, they're focusing on that little town because of you got the spotlight or something, but there's shit going on everywhere. Like I said, there ain't a place you can go that you can't escape. There isn't like an island or a state where, hey, if you move there, no. There's weirdos everywhere. I guess murderous weirdos. And the scary thing is, we've all been around murderers. You know, can you imagine? In the line at the grocery store, they're all nice and charming. What? Huh? Oh, my phone. Lord have mercy. My phone. I'm turning this off. I usually turn my phone off, but I forgot to. Anywho's it's. Yeah, Ranting Raven. Everybody needs a good rant and rave. It's good to have a friend you can call. Like I have a friend, I can call like, I just, wow, you know, and then they rant, you know, we just go back and forth. But I let stuff go. You know, I let around here people, I don't even the simplest, like they don't tell me what to do kind of thing. Like you're ordering food. Like earlier today, I went to get some tacos and yeah, I want a chicken street taco and 3 hard shell tacos. And she's giving me this look like, don't you tell me what I mean, she's the cashier. And then she has this pause and I'm looking at her. She's like, well, what kind of meat you want? What do you mean? And you're the chicken taco. What do you mean beef or chicken? I ordered the chicken taco, street taco. What? Oh! And she's all, man, what else? 3 hard shell tacos. Oh! It took like 5 minutes. If you were, you know, this attitude, just, again, don't tell me. Look, if you were that genius in what you wouldn't be at the cashier at the taco place. And I ain't trying to shame you for what you do. Hey, your work, whatever. But man, come on. And there was nobody in there. I was the only customer. It wasn't busy or anything. People create their own problems. I bet later she's going to rant and rave. So I'm like, my day was just sad. But I was nice to her. And at the end, she was smiling and asked me my name. What's your name? Charlie. And I've been I finally told somebody I do a podcast. I hadn't even told anybody. I haven't promoted this at all. I haven't done, you know, haven't went here and there and saw so-and-so. That's it, see? Because I know a lot of people and a lot of bands. I could like, hey, let me just snooker them. Like, hey, let me introduce your band. Because I used to do that a lot. Like, oh, let Charlie get up there and just promote my podcast. Hey, before it's sorry, go to Charlie Greer podcast, go to YouTube. I haven't even done that. I haven't even, like yesterday and today, I finally was like, oh, by the way, talking to people, you know, I have a podcast you can check out. And some of the people are like, what? Get on the interweb. And he's like, okay, you didn't get it. Because again, my podcast doesn't exist, basically. I'm not getting any views. But I love doing it. It's helping me out. It's like therapy. I know there's certain things that I could, you know, and I am going to get better equipment and be out here and there. But for now, you know, and I'm doing this on the daily, every day. It don't look like much, but it's a lot of work to prepare and get yourself ready. And look at me prepared. I mean, I'm wearing a Bob Ross t-shirt. Look at that. Just happy trees. I almost did this without a shirt, but I don't want to. It's so hot. I'm all slimy and it's humid. Again, I'm Ranting Raven. That's not too bad. I mean, it could get worse. But yeah, what do you like to rant about? What's your favorite rant? Or is that all people do? I know people, that's all they do. I grew up around family member, you know, just everything is, and you try to explain to them, well, no, see, that's another thing about people think that just because they're doing it, it's somehow unique and they're exempt from, no. And there's so many narcissists around here. Forget about people. It's just, I self me. I used to be that person. I can still be that person. We're all guilty of shit. Yeah, my camera's not doing that good. Is it dark in here? What the? Maybe, just maybe, if I turn it this way. Let's see. Let's see if that helps. Nobody's watching this, so I could give a shit. I mean, nobody's going to watch this. I'll probably get like one view, and that'll be me sharing it. So how I share it, I just click on the video. It's, underneath, share with, I hit Facebook, and that's my view for the day. It's me, thyself, me. But again, man, I love doing this. It's only going to get better, hopefully. If I'm at the bottom, because I'm at the bottom, and hopefully bottom doesn't have, again, I said the other day, hopefully bottom doesn't have a few basements. Maybe it does. So let's hope not. It's only up from here. Like Oscar Wilde, man. I'm in the gutter. I'm staring at the stars. Hey, let's see. Supposedly Oscar Wilde, his last words before he died, like he was in a coma or something, he came to for a bit, and they put him in a room or something like that. And his last words supposedly were, either this wallpaper goes or I do. Then he died. He was to the end, man. He wasn't budging an inch. He, we need more people like that. The wallpaper. Some people, hey, they would rip that wallpaper down. Maybe I would too. I mean, I don't know. Some kind of flowery old lady wallpaper. But it's good to kibitz, be able to be on here and rant. Again, I'm doing this every day. Every day. I think I'm over 70. I think I've done 70 of these. I maybe got like 100 views or something. I don't know. Again, I don't even watch my podcast. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I won't. Not all of them. My friends don't watch this podcast. I don't know. Facebook people, nobody's watching it. I get it. For one, nobody has any time. And two, look at this. Look at my... Again, I'm leaning into I'm relishing in, hey. And I have to think to myself, would I, separate myself from me? Would I watch this podcast? Perhaps. Perhaps not. No, I gotta be humble and honest about it. And again, it's not just because it's me, it's great. No. Nah. It's just because I'm doing it. It could be the worst shit. And that's, again, it could be. It could be. You click on my podcast and who in the hell is this? I'm sure that's most of my views I've got. You're like, well, stop it. But I've been trying to figure out YouTube too. I don't even know. You click manage your video. I'm not analytics. Come on, But I clicked on that. It's like, I got a lot of watch time I'm not getting view, but it's like 1 to 5. I don't know. I'm getting watch time, whoever they are. If it did kick off, that would be like, wow, cool. But I get it. I don't have a cool green screen backdrop. I don't have multiple screens. I said this yesterday. My laptop is on cardboard boxes. I'm sitting in a chair in front of a couple cardboard boxes with my laptop sitting on. And I want to get a desk. I want to get I went to get it. It was gone. I said this yesterday. I'm trying. And I got other shit to do. I got guitars to play. I got dogs to walk. I got girls to, I might be old, but hey, see. And speaking of girls, I'm like a nester. I don't like to be dating all these, I could be. But I know what, I don't know. I'm into shacking up and relationships kind of stuff. I've had long-term relationships. And that's another thing. People say, it's pointing the finger. I mean, there's a time where I was had a long-term girlfriend. We're living together. And then everybody else is single and getting STD, this, that, and the other. Me and my girlfriend are damn near married, cooking chickens. And I'm the one. I'm the bad dude. drug dealers fucking saying, I'm the drug dealer. I don't even do drugs, man. Cocaine slinging motherfuckers. Never sold a drug. He's a drug dealer. That's another thing. If you're honest and you're a real, like I'm that motherfucker, right? People are gonna, not to your face. Again, if I go looking, find him in the bar, hey Charlie, hi, what's that? Yeah. I won't say a word. I've always been that way. Where I'm not gonna be like, oh, you said you don't know. Actions speak louder than words. Expose these people and let them see, you know. I'm a good dude. And also get that no good deed goes unpunished. Like you help somebody move and everybody else don't show up, but they're mad at you. And then when they do show up, they're all, hey, nice to these people. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I just moved all these mattresses and this, that, and 3 loads. And you gotta be careful who you're who you're helping out. I hate that about human behavior. We're all guilty of certain things, but man, it just seems like we can't, like it you know, in the old Westerns, you just be able to slap somebody and come get back to you. Oh, thank you for, can't do that anymore. You're looking at 2 to 3 to 5, whatever. You might be able to plead out. And another thing, I don't have any record. People are like, he's dangerous. I just passed about 2 background checks, I think. I just passed the drug test too. It's weird. They put this sponge in your mouth. You got to like rub it around and keep it in your mouth for like 5 minutes. By that 4th minute, it's just like, oh, damn, you know. I got a gag reflex too. Like, and immediately they pull it out, put it in this thing and twist it. And like, oh, you passed. Like they were like shocked. Like, yeah, what do you mean? Oh, you passed. Huh? Like what do I look like? Maybe I do. Because I do have that kind of LA street vibe because I had to. It's hard for me to blend in with these Midwestern people. Man. I can dress up and still, they just know. I know. People know. Even to the fact that I'm just not a coward. You know what I mean? Like there's people that like, you know, they see. And we are, again, this episode is about ranting and raving. So I have a list of stuff I'm doing. And since I'm doing it every day, I got to pace myself, man. There's stuff I want to talk about. And I'm gonna. But, you know, he's moseying. We're just moseying. Just trying to get by. Maybe I'll kick it up a few notches. I shouldn't even be smoking. Here I am. I mean, come on. I get it. I'm all sweaty. Yeah, it's hot here. Hot and sweaty. That's what I should have put today. Hot and sweaty podcast. Here we are. So, did you have a good 4th of July? How hungover are you? How many people did you bed last night? Or did you? How many fireworks did you shoot off? They were shooting off fireworks. Man, they let off somebody. It sounded like, and it was far, but I could feel like it sounded like dynamite. Like this low, what? Like in the movies, like some kind of crime went down, you know, like there's all these pop, damn same fireworks going off. That's when you go to the bank and drill and bang, and everybody thinks it's fireworks. I wonder if certain crimes spike during 4th of July. Like you could just take a sledgehammer and bust in the door. Well, that was a firework that went off. I would love, maybe I'll search. Criminals love crime. I mean, hey, that's what they do. And they're good at it. And there's all levels to criminal. I mean, man, dude, white collar criminals, people that, you know, embezzle. Then there's dudes that walk in, get it, you know. It takes all kinds. It takes everything. You would think, that's another thing when people don't think, you would think we could no, it's people are people. People have got problems. We don't have any mental health. Like, I remember as a kid, they would like, you know, test us on certain things. Oh, little Johnny, he's a narcissist or a sociopath. You know, they'd put him in another special, and I remember when they did have mental health hospitals and stuff, because you'd have to have a lot of them, I guess. A lot of criminals are charming and smart and genius and this. Hey, you wouldn't think like what was it, Ted Bundy or whatever? Could have been a lawyer, you know, worked at like a suicide hotline, like helping people on his side hustle that was like killing women, like a bunch of them. And I'm going to do more true crime. I mean, I do everything on my podcast. I might do a Ted Bundy deep dive. But this is, again, you don't have to click up, but I'm going to be doing these every day. Every day. This is what I do now. This is kind of like my band now. I'm used to being in bands and stuff, or doing art shows. But again, I love doing this. It's helped me out, like my mental state. It's like therapy. I think everybody should have a podcast. I'm helping my mom. She's about to do a podcast. I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. She'll be banned. She'll be doxxed. I mean, I'm going to have to explain to her, like, look, you can't just say, yeah, about that. No, you can't. I'll probably have her on my podcast. I'll feature her. I mean, I'm 51 years old and I'm still her baby. I don't even know if I want to expose that. You know, my mom's what, 70, 80 years old, 75. And I'm her youngest. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby. So I'm still her baby. I'm 51 years. She didn't care. That's how mothers are. Bless her heart. I love my mother. But I'm still that little boy who, Charles David, now don't you be, you know. I'm from the South. Both of my parents are from the South. I'm from a small hillbilly town, Smithville, Tennessee. I grew up around a lot of smart people, though. That's another thing. People think this dudes don't even, you know, that never quit 8th grade, worked on the farm, and those dudes know how to build cars and like they can damn near do anything. Like my great grandfather back in the day, like he wanted a fiddle, he built one. When I saw it, I was like, man, this is the first one he ever made. Like, damn, there wasn't any YouTube. I don't even think there was any libraries around. He just, I don't know, you know, ingenuity is the mother of invention. He wanted a fiddle, so he just figured out, he made a fiddle. I'm talking about an ebony fretboard and all that stuff. Basically a violin, you know. It doesn't matter, man, where you're at. Or that's, I think, the problem with people. They say, well, I'm here, I'm stuck. That's what you're going to get. Don't matter where you're at. And I'm that kind of person, man. You can drop me in a cab. I don't even have to speak the language. It could be in a different country. I don't know. Maybe in a bad area. I'm going to be okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to have a good time. I've always been that way. And it's kind of hard for me to understand people. Maybe that's a certain talent I have, but I'm just drop me. So again, put me in a cab somewhere and I'll just figure out what's going on. I don't need people and 3 friends with me now. I'll just do what I got to do. My dogs are pacing. They need to go to the bathroom. All right, now. Thanks for listening to the Ranting Raven. I love y'all. Hope you and Yarn are doing okay. I'm out of here. Be blessed. See you tomorrow. Cheers.